Well, hello there. It's Sunday. I'm not at practice. Didn't actually go to practice today. It's significantly after practice. Came out here to get some shots that you just saw. And I figured I'd respond to the comments from Thursday's video that gave great ideas, but one of them has yet to come to fruition yet. That was, and I pinned it, so that's very interesting. It's about Brandon Howard. It says, what if we send you our highlights and you react to them? That would be great. That would be amazing. He followed me on Twitter, and he didn't send me any clips of highlights. He probably is waiting for his highlights to show up. Seasons are just getting started. It's October. Here's some more generic footage. The real football king, and I'll post these up on the side over there so you guys can see. Can you make more linebacker video? Coverages, dropping back, football, proper way to tackle, whatever else linebackers need to know. Well, the thing is, I did 3 videos on it, and I'll link up to the top the Football 101. It tells you a lot of that stuff. And that's the thing is, like, what do linebackers need to know? Well, a lot of stuff. And I could just keep endlessly talking, but I'll never actually answer the question you guys want. I mean, sure, I'll make some, but please check out the playlist and see if there's any questions I didn't answer already. The Scar Eyes. Maybe some more videos on how defense works in general, or maybe just linebackers and DB. Do you mean a little bit more advanced than Football 101 coverage zones, which is what I already covered? The more advanced, the better. Of course, you can choose what you think is useful to build an effective defense work based on your experience, which is more than honest. The one that I'm going to address today, here in just a little bit, as soon as I find a safe place to record, comes from Richard Villagrasa Maffei. I think he's a friend of mine on Facebook from Italy. The question says, or the comment says, there's a lot of Americans guessing how it is playing overseas. You can do like a what to expect or something like that, talking about football on that level. The difference between the cultures, language, that would be great. So I'm going to go find a better place to do that here. And we'll talk about what it's like playing American football overseas. Okay, so I've come into town. Honest to God, the Heineken Brewery is right back there. Now, what's it like playing overseas? Well, I guarantee you, you're going to feel like a minority. Although most countries have some semblance of being able to speak English, the Netherlands is a little bit better than other countries, a lot better. Germans speak it pretty well. Not everyone's going to have the greatest grasp of English, of course. Then again, that goes for the States too. A lot of folks. But by and large, they're going to probably want to talk to you. Because you're American, it's our sport. What is it, competition level? Well, here in the Netherlands, we're probably pretty on par with like average high school. Germany, Poland, Italy, that stuff can get up into your D3 college, but you know, they're also borderline pushing actual like professional leagues. Not really. Like, if you are an American and you come here to play, you are a professional because the club is paying you in some fashion. If you're interested in doing that, there's a link below to Euro players. You can sign up, yada yada. You know, you can search through teams, you sign up, you get unlimited, like I signed up for a little bit for like a month or two. Holy crap, it's unlimited search and unlimited mail. What are the culture differences? Well, I guarantee you that for those of you who come from a more conservative background, are probably gonna have a bit of, are gonna be a bit weirded out by the fact that even conservative countries here are more liberal than you're used to. The United States political system it's fucked. It makes no sense to Europeans. It doesn't matter. Constantly getting asked questions about it. They don't get it. Like, no matter what I explain, no matter how much truth I try to tell them, it doesn't work. To be fair, they attempt to extrapolate from self. So when they think of conservatives, they think of light conservatives, You know, in the UK they call them Tories. It's screwed up, and nobody understands electoral college. Other things about culture, language. If you're going to come over here, do at least attempt to grasp the language. Very rarely did you take Spanish in high school and learn Spanish. I would say pick up one of the 3 big ones. Pick up probably either German or Italian if you can, French maybe. It'll at least give you a grasp on how to work some of the other languages. If you're inclined for languages. When you come here, don't expect to have the celebrity lifestyle. Oh no, I don't expect that. No, you will be living pretty poor. I'm not an import player, so I live fairly rich because Aaron has a really good paying job. But I've watched other ones that they basically live in a 4-room apartment with the other 3 import players, and they don't do, and they get use of like the car for the team. Other than that, they've got to figure out their own mode of transportation, usually a scooter, a bike, a skateboard, or walking, or getting a ride from other people. There's a whole bunch of stuff as just living overseas that I could go into. But yeah, you're probably going to feel like a minority because your teammates are going to get together after practice, and if you're not immediately talking to them, they're just going to get in their little groups and talk in their native language. And you are probably not going to know what they're talking about. But don't expect hard-hitting, high-level college NFL football here. It's mostly for fun. It functions similar to semi-pro back in the States, as most everybody pays into a club, and then the club administers the sport, takes care of the field, all that jazz. But they're probably going to ask you to do a lot of volunteering. I know I do for field painting and stuff, because and you're probably not going to be practicing. I mean, if you're a really rich club in Germany or Poland, maybe the top ones in Italy, you're probably going to get a decent field. But most everybody else, like if you come over here for college and you just pick up with the nearest team, you're probably going to be on a grass field. If you're in Belgium, you are going to be in a grass field. You're going to be in a dirt crap field. That place is mud and sand. The Netherlands is full of silt and sand. We are better. Anyways, that's pretty much that. If there's any questions, I will do a further video about this. If you have any other suggestions for football stuff, that's cool. But I hope this helped. Alright. So, in final note, riding all the way back home from the Heineken experience, I had come to the realization that there's actually one thing I needed to stress more. If you do come over here to play, whether you come over here for work, or you come over here for school, or you're as an import player, 2 things, super important. Try not to compare everything to the United States. The Dutch dislike it. I've been really trying to wean myself off of it. If they bring it up, like let's say you're in Poland and you're with the Warsaw Eagles and they bring up, well, how is this different? That's fine. If they bring it up, that's fine. But don't take everything and compare it to the United States. They get super annoying. Think of it like when you go visit, if you are from New York and you visit Florida and you're constantly telling the Floridians how this is not really anything like New York, and you're like, no fucking shit. Also, try not to be a tourist too terribly much. Understand that your rules that you grew up do not apply necessarily. If you are, say, in the Netherlands, do not walk down bike paths. The reason why I brought this up is because I damn near hit a couple people. I rang my bell a lot, but they didn't really understand that they were not supposed to be walking in the big wide bike path, because that's, yeah. They were being little squirrels, and I wasn't even in the center area. I was just, anyways. But yeah, that's part of it. Realize that the rules are slightly different. When it comes to the Netherlands, you know, they kind of about the whole weed thing. Germany,
kibosh it. And be respectful of the culture. Don't go stomping into every Italian cafe asking for a drip coffee. You're probably going to get a little cup of espresso. If you walk into a Starbucks, you can get a drip coffee. They're probably going to give you an Americano, though. It's just weird. And don't assume people know what nachos are.